Shadowrun Hong Kong. Bonus. Final save game from the main campaign. Okay, the main campaign. Hong Kong. A stable and prosperous port of call in a sea of chaos, warfare, and political turmoil. The Hong Kong Free Enterprise Zone is a land of contradictions. It is one of the sixth world's most successful centers of business and also one of its most dangerous sprawl sites. A land of bright lights, gleaming towers, and restless spirits where life is cheap and everything is for sale. And here we go. Normal, balanced, and it's, you know, don't fear playing on easy. The story is worth it. Totally a person. 1 hour maximum. Where's the button thingy? Let's see. Maybe I can still do this. It's been a while. There. Create your character. We're gonna be a female troll? Oh, that's a bit out there. Elf? Male dwarf? I mean, you know, gender is just for looks, right? They've got the same stats. So we basically determine our physical appearance with this. Humans. Let's be Grumpy Dwarf. Grumpy Dwarf gets +1 willpower. They also have body 11, quickness 9, strength 12, charisma 9. So not so much charisma, right? They're also not super fast. They are strong of will and body though. Food! Oh, the battlefield that is also a kitchen, yeah. Oh, that happens here sometimes when I do experimentation on foodstuffs. That sounds weird. Let's be a dwarf. Okay, and we can pick a class, which is called an archetype. Straight samurai, mage, decker, shaman, rigger, physical adept, or none, which would be you build the character on your own. I don't recommend this if you don't know the pen and paper. I mean, maybe if you played a lot of role-playing games, you could be fine, but you might as well just also, you know, hinder yourself more than necessary. And the classes are all very good picks, I think. Relatively self-explanatory. If you look for your key attributes, what you get a bonus for on your chosen race, then it makes sense to go for the similar one that supplements it. But of course, you can be a dwarven decker. There's no rule against it. I like riggers. They are really cool. They've got drone stuff and you know, interact with vehicles and whatnot. A dwarven mage would be interesting for sure. But I'm gonna leave the more complex classes for you to discover. I'm gonna show you the street samurai. Oh, she looks fierce. Ooh. That looks a bit out there. Oh, she looks grim. Awesome. One more. Cyber eye. Oh, maybe we have a cyber eye. I want another hair color though. Yeah, she's got darker hair. She doesn't have a beard or horns. We can pick another hairstyle as well, but I kind of want to have the one that fits the picture. I always find it weird if you have a completely different hairstyle to what your character's picture does show. So we're gonna go with the ponytail. That looks similar at least. Whoops. Right, similar enough. Street Samurai. We're a freelance operative following a code of street honor. Learned in the ways of traditional killing. Traditional samurai warrior in the practices of modern combat. Some sell their skills for profit, while others work to take out the dishonorable scum that seem to breed in the urban sprawl. Body strength and or quickness are important, and you can go for close or ranged combat or both. You can have throwing weapons, and dodging is something you do. As a dwarf, we're not going to be dodging a lot. We're going to make others dodge. I think that's our plan, so we're going to go with that. Karma represents the experience characters earn while running the shadows, hence Shadowrun, and achieving goals. Karma is used to improve attributes and skills, and so on and so forth. Right. We've got 26 points to spend, which is nice. But aren't those different values from the ones we saw in the character creation? Oh, those are extras we can spend. Yeah, it's been a while since I did this. I'm going to increase quickness a bit. Close combat. We're not going to do unarmed. We want to do melee weapons. And don't really need biotech. Oh, we get more health from a medkit. Alright, that's what it does here. Right. Enemy health visible. Ooh. Tempting. Okay, so we can now see the enemy's health, which we normally couldn't. Now, close combat unlocks critical damage percentage visible. Additional... Oh yeah, we can stun someone with this. That's great. And then I'm going to put more dodge in. Can we take this out? No, we can't. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, good. Now, etiquette is about knowing how to behave in various social situations. This is basically your background / your chosen workplace where you know what's what. And we're a Shadowrunner. Oh, I wish I had a random name. She's called Jen Miller Smith. And her street name is Jet. Just like that.
You have one new message.
Hi. It's Raymond. I hope I have the right number. Look, I know we haven't spoken in a while, but I need your help. Remember the day I took you and Duncan off the streets? I told you that the past is just a story, that if you can just accept that, your past loses all power over you. Yeah. I was wrong. I'm on my way to Hong Kong now, to finish something I should have faced a long time ago. And I need you with me. I know we're not blood, and we didn't leave things in a good place, but you and Duncan are the only real family I have. Please, if our past means anything to you, meet me in Hong Kong right away. I'll explain more when you get here. I'm begging you. I'm almost out of time.
That's a pretty cool introduction. So someone called for us, and I think we were late. Hey, Emre, welcome. Yeah, that was a nicely done scene, right? With the painted backgrounds and some ambient sounds and good voice acting. Raymond Black. The old man gave you a home once, took you and Duncan off the gang-ridden streets of the Barrens, sheltered, educated, slapped sense into you both until you almost resembled productive members of society. So we owe him, right? And then you took off, left it all behind. Landed behind bars for a time, tried to start a new life after that. It's been 8 years since you've heard Raymond's voice, until out of the blue you got this cryptic message, a plea for help. Meet me in Hong Kong, right away. And wire to your account enough new yen to pay for the flight and then some. The descent is rough. A squall comes out of nowhere, sending a solid sheet of rain punching into the suborbital transport. With a ragged shudder, the plane finally skids to a halt at the edge of the Cheklapkok tarmac. Cheklapkok, yeah. An hour and an interminable number of emotionless security checkpoints later, you hail a water taxi to Victoria Harbour. Hong Kong looms ahead, pulsing with energy. Yeah, I did. We're straight samurai, right? I went for the saying basic or easiest is wrong, but it's the easiest concept to grasp. You're a hired sword/gun slash multitasker, really, and the other options are mage and decker, which is cyberware and hacking and such. Yeah, exactly. If you're not sure, the cyber samurai is a fighter, and the fighter class usually doesn't come with very complex mechanics. But the thing is, the others are not overly complex either, but they do have some extra mechanics. There's a rigger who interacts with vehicles and drones. The decker does interact with the cyberspace. The mage does interact obviously with magic. And then there's the adept, which is kind of a chi channeling, mostly close quarters combat fighter. You could probably compare the adept to a monk in the Baldur's Gate in Dungeons and Dragons, right? The monk is rather similar, I think. So, but I guess if you don't know what's good, you can pick any of them. It's easy enough to get into it. But I thought I'd let you discover the others yourself and just show a bit of the cyber samurai, the street samurai. Not necessarily cyber, but we probably will have cyberware. Now, let's have a look. Right, this is the currently minimalistic user interface because we're outside combat. Right? Now, the graphics for this game are rather simple, but I think it works. What it is. Yeah, lots of them. There are 3 different ones, right? There's Shadowrun Returns, that was the first one. Then Dragonfall, that was the second one. And Hong Kong. There was one more in between, but that was online only, and it kind of was a bust. So let's not talk about that. Something Boston, I think. Yeah, they have been giveaways a lot of times. Yeah, over the years. I mean, they are old-ish, right? But they are all worth playing, I think. I did particularly enjoy the first one. I have played a tiny bit of the second one, and I haven't seen this one before. So, you step from the churning of the water taxi to the ponderous rocking of the docks, your stomach lurching at the transition. Also, it's monsoon season, so there's going to be rain en masse. As soon as you clear, the captain nods once and steers the small craft back into the harbour. The man never said a word, just handed you a worn brown duffel bag when you stepped on board, filled with gear, some stiff new body armour, and a note. Better safe than sorry, D. Oh yeah, okay. Above, smog-thick clouds hang low in the sky, reflecting the lights of the city in a nauseating swirl. The wind changes direction more than once, creating a heady stew of aromas. Diesel, sea salt, street food, and filth. It's all you can do to keep your in-flight meal where it belongs. Oh yeah, let's see. Umbrellas. maybe not our first problem. Two figures stand waiting in the dim light of the pier. The first is an orc, lean with in-your-face muscles and a jaw made to break fists. The second is an elf, one hand resting casually against her hip. Raymond Black is nowhere to be seen. Duncan. Well, don't you look like shit. Duncan Wu, the closest thing you have to a brother. You haven't seen the man in 8 years, still as charming as ever. So, Duncan is our well, let's say foster brother. The Raymond person they've been talking about has called us for help. And we can't see him here, though. I guess we're going to find out the news. Now, this is us. And now we have dialogue options. And this here is only visible because we have that attribute. We could, you know, we could stand our ground, so to speak. Duncan grins. Green's not really your color, Jen. Doesn't go with that nice new armor I got you. As you open your mouth to respond, something shifts alarmingly in your stomach. A liquid bubbling sensation. Oh boy. Let's not give him anything. I don't know what you're talking about. Must be the harbor lights messing with you. Must be. Guess you've still got some of your old fortitude at least. He laughs. Considering how much synthahol we used to put down, I'd be surprised if you couldn't handle a little chop. Where's the old man? Never showed up. He's still got the same baritone rasp, had it since he was 12. Root developed early. Did you try him on call? No. No sense standing around then. Where's the meeting place? Not far, just on the other side of the pier. Here. He does that. The woman standing beside him breaks in. We should get going, Duncan. Head back to the meeting point in case your dad shows up. Carter. Copy that, Sarge. They are wearing Lone Star body armor. Looks like Duncan Wu's gone private police. Sarge? Questioningly, we say. Carter. Seattle Lone Star. I'm Duncan's partner. And superior officer. She grins. I let him carry my coffee for me sometimes, write my parking tickets, that kind of thing. Duncan says, I figured I could use some backup, didn't know what Ray'd gotten himself into, and I wasn't sure you weren't going to show up. It's a tossed off remark, but there is an undercurrent of resentment in it. You got something you want to say? Do we want to be all confrontational? Sure, out with it. Oh, hey, look, I'm glad you're here, Jen. Seriously, but I'm gonna need some time to get used to having you around again. Been a while since I heard from you. Know what I mean? I mean, he's probably right. Yeah, we've got cyberware. In this game, in this Shadowrun universe, people have, some people at least, have cyberware enhancements. Right? Memories of sleepless nights in a lockup flash by, wondering if you'd ever see Duncan or Raymond again. Wondering if you even wanted to. So we were the kind of the castaway, runaway mix that ended up in prison and had a bit of a rough time. After Raymond got Duncan and me, right? That's Duncan here and me, off the straits. Now a dwarf and an orc, that's going to make for a great story here. And then stepping out into the daylight, suddenly free, the fallout of some obscure corporate restructuring. A few $100 million worth of apology from your former jailers and a decision to start a new life. Leave the past behind, all of it. Until now. Yeah, I know I've been out of touch. Wu stares at you, his goggles reflecting the harbor lights. You could say that, yeah. He scans the waterfront, frowning. Let's just find Raymond. He was supposed to meet us in the plaza on the other side of this pier. Carter says, the sooner we find him, the sooner you all can have a big happy family reunion over dinner. And the sooner I can find a place to get a drink around here. Damn right. Ahead of you, Hong Kong rises serpent-like from the sea government and megacorp coiled together, writhing in their basket of institutionalized corruption. No one can tell where the snake's body ends and its tail begins. That's what Raymond used to say. Duncan turns and starts down the pier. Carter follows. Right. Now, we're going to make safe game here if we can. Because that's how it goes. Can I name it? Oh, not really. That's right. You can have the mission items, objectives, review your character, your money cash, 1,200 new yen. You got your help. If you get lost, you can look up things in you know, briefly explained here. Inventory. We've got a machete. We've got a basic med kit and a dock wagon trauma kit. Okay. Oh, and a Fischetti frag grenade. Nice. Currently, we don't have any cyberware installed, but we'll get some. And then you see the current team or party's items. Currently, we can't trade because this is a temporary thingy. You can see and change outfits and so on here. And the magic users have spells, right? Oh yeah, you have a party. You do. But currently, this is like the introduction, where we are in a forced kind of party, and all the rest from here on now is also based on our decision. So there are different ways this could play out, and it's a simple left click to just get around. What's that? Fresh construction is expanding the harbour out into the water. Corporate interests can afford to create new streets. Yeah, we can zoom out quite a bit, so you can get an idea of the area you're in, and then you can go into detail and just move around, do your thing. Other side of the pier, they said. We've got markers up here. Focus on the character. I thought there was also a kind of a map, but I don't see it now. This is locked. Construction site is locked. This is locked as well. The guard shack at the end of the pier is dark and empty. Duncan gives the gate a push, but it doesn't budge. Huh. Well, that was open earlier. He frowns. Looks pretty solid. Shouldn't there be someone here to let us out or something? Yeah. Man, it's a little funny, don't it? Who knows? It's Hong Kong. Not exactly sure how things work around here. Come on, rookie. We can cut through the construction site. I hate it when you call me that. I already love it when she calls him that. So we're going to cut through here. The security checkpoint. The gate is locked, but the nearby control panel appears accessible. Carter pulls it open with a metallic screech that pierces your skull, sending a new wave of pain down to your churning stomach. He examines the control panel for a moment, and then throws Wu a backward glance. Looks like there's another way off the docks on the other side of this gate. I think that I can bypass the lock. So if you had Intelligence 3, you could now take a crack at it. And some RPGs let you hide this information. I'm not sure if if Shadowrun offers that. I would actually like to hide it, so if I don't have the attributes, I don't really need to see that I can't do it. all the more it adds replay value. Like, you know, let's play mage this time, and then you see, oh, you can take different approach to this. Okay, let's give her some space. Carter fiddles with some wires and the door lock hisses open. Got it, let's go. Yeah, it's that's why I said earlier, don't be afraid to play on easy. If you don't want to get into the mechanics, if you don't want to have too much trouble with the combat, which you could run into, it's not like they're not challenging, these games. But if you enjoy the story, just play on easy. See if that works better. You like seeing options you can't do, makes you motivated to invest in those skills. Yes. Yeah, that's another way to look at it, obviously. Then you can see your character could develop into more of a, you know, more of a smart person who's into tech stuff and gadgets or whatever, and then you would see which way you would need to go. Especially if you're not very familiar with the underlying rulebook system, the role-playing system, right? Then a hint at fiddling with gadgets, you would need intelligence or whatever the game requires. So that makes sense, yes. Absolutely. So let's have a look around. Oh, we got movement. Shouting in Cantonese. More Cantonese, too quick to catch. That's at least 4. The group on the dock was fishing a package out of a speedboat when you surprised them. Now the package is at the bottom of the bay and the speedboat is disappearing into the distance. They close on you, red-faced and yelling. The light of the harbour glints off their weapons as they approach. The leader shouts something in Cantonese, but it's too fast to make out. You're rusty. It's been years since Raymond's house and the language lesson that wouldn't end. The old man never spoke anything but his native language at home. Which was smart. Wu speaks with authority. His Cantonese is as solid as ever. He never let it drop. You guys doing some late night fishing? The smuggler smiles. Oh yeah, we're fishing for assholes. You're gonna need some better bait. All you're gonna catch with that is trouble. He's pointing at their weapons. Oh, I can mess with him now. I could say, seriously, did they teach you that in Rent-A-Cop school? But I'm not gonna be an asshole. Oh, this is gonna go wrong. Let's try our Cantonese. We're just passing through. Why don't you put the guns away? Oh, that sounds like a doofus, huh? Oh boy. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go with the seriously. Did they teach you that in Rent-A-Cop school? He turns to you with a smile starting on his face, then he thinks better of it, turns back to the smugglers. The other 2 options weren't really great. And since he and his partner are private police, I'm really not stupid enough to jump in there. Wu flashes his badge. Lone Star, put the guns down. The smuggler squints at Wu's badge, then smiles at his friends. Never seen a badge like that before. Either it's fake or you're some kind of security guard. He grasps his rifle. Either way, this ends the same. Carter says, I think he's done talking. You are now in turn-based combat mode. Each character on your team has action points. Spend these actions on movement, attacks, or spells and items. Once your team's turn is complete, the enemy team will move and attack, and so on. Now you can check out the help or not. Right. Currently selected character is the first up top here, and also highlighted with a bracket. And highlighted down here as well. With a solid circle around the character, as opposed to the broken circle here. Right, on the bottom we've got behind the camera, it's not much missing there. You see unarmed or with the melee weapon. The machete. Different skills we have, a slash and the pommel strike, which does action point damage. Basically, it's a stun, a disabler, right? That's full cover. That's half cover. Right, the shield, it's kind of hard to make out, but the shield is halved here, and there it's a full one. Fun stuff. Let's have a look. They seem to be armed with rifles, I think. Well, he's got a rifle. He's got a rifle. And then they've got a mage. This would be a flanked attack, right? I would move to their side. So I've got a higher crit chance. If I just run there and slash him, I'm open to his gunfire. So I think I'm just gonna move down here. And take cover. So Duncan has got a Samopal assault rifle, it seems, with a scope. And I think he should take care of the mage from here. Now we've got the hit chance. Half cover is shown directly in the no line of sight here. And that's a bit far away, but no cover. Then an aim shot increases accuracy by 15%. That would be a nearly guaranteed hit on the mage. They have medium cover though, which is a bit annoying. Damage capacity 9. Burst fire, okay, but we did move, so we can't do that. That would have cost 2 action points. Yeah, currently I'm playing Duncan here, who's got a ranged weapon. My character is here with I'm Jet. I'm the one with the machete. Now let's take an aim shot at the mage. See what happens. Half damage, 5. That's good. Now we have our own mage here. Carter is a mage. Here's his armor, nice. Strip armor, heal, and gain armor. Okay. I think she's gonna move up here and give. Let's see. Stop that. Oh. Ah, skills and inventory you can switch. Oh, right, that's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna focus on the enemy mage. Shoot them with a magic missile, basically. Ooh, I didn't think he would have a shot there. The mage missed. That's good. And they've got a melee guy. Ooh, knocked out. And he was going with the shotgun there. That was a bad idea. I think I want to toss a grenade over there. Let's see, but I wanted to have a look at my stats. Yeah, I would need to get closer. Whoops. I would need to get closer. Right, so Duncan is knocked out. And the mage is sitting there with the melee guy in her face, but I think she can take a hit, so we can cast the mana ball on all three of them back there. Right? They are sitting. They're sitting in a tight group there. Nice. Enemy mage is down. Yeah, Duncan is getting hit hard, but he's armored. Shotgun guy is being useless there. That's great. And now I can throw a grenade. Yeah, medium cover is not helping. That did some damage. We need to take care of Duncan's wounds, I think. He's got 7 health back. He hasn't got any armor. I think these little dots here are the armor. So stripping away his armor wouldn't make any sense. So I'm just going to attack the melee guy for 5 damage. Yeah, he did. Oh shit, he got another. Ah, good thing I healed him. Right, and now I'm going to flank him. So he stops doing damage. Yeah, he's nearly done. I think I can attack him from here, but I'm not sure if that's going to work out. We have to take him down. There's no two things to do about this. Now I could try to heal Duncan again. I think that's the best I can do. Yeah, I could have stepped behind him and I would have done full damage. Oh, another crit. Come on, seriously? Oh! Yeah, okay, he used his trauma kit. That's like a last chance. I thought I could attack from here, like automatically, but yeah, anyway. Now, I'm gonna do burst fire here. He's down. And I should be able to knock him out. Yeah, there you go. I did let Duncan be the punching bag on this one, but it worked. It worked out. He didn't recognize their tattoos, okay? So, as you can see, combat is pretty straightforward. You could say it's really on the simpler side. In a good and in a bad way. Sometimes I would love to have a bit more control over my movement, like move behind and attack instead of doing the shortest route to attack. Now we're gonna have a look around the construction site. Toko is an illegal street drug made from the leaked kamikaze formula. Illegal, huh? Nobody saw that. Let's see if we can interact with anything else here. See what they were up to, basically. But the package they received did go down to the bottom of the bay, they said, right? So there's no use in trying to get that. So yeah, both my positioning choices with Duncan here and me here were not perfect. Because I was open to attack from this side. I should have gone here, and Duncan should have gone one further in to be protected from this one here. He still had a shot on him. So that's already a lesson learned for later. Hopefully I remember it. Another gate panel. This one's been vandalized and busted up good. A real nightmare of a repair job. Who stares at the fence considering? Loops and holes of razor wire glitter in the lamplight. Looks edged with monofilament. The corporations you don't screw around. Yeah, why don't we just cut through it? Even if you could, it'd snap back on you. Ever seen a high tension wire whip through a human body? You don't want to. Duncan nods. Yeah, we aren't touching it. How about it, Carter? Think you can get the gate open? What do you think? She winks. It'll take me a few minutes though. Frowning, she leans in to get a closer look at the mangled fuse box. A few seconds later, she starts pulling wires and yanking fuses. A look of intense concentration on her face. I thought she was a mage. In Cantonese, Jen. He sounds like Raymond when he does that. The pen of my aunt is sitting on the end table. Satisfied? He shakes his head and continues in Cantonese. You're gonna be a dick about this, Jen? We're in Hong Kong, only Cantonese from now on. Just like when we lived at Raymond's house. Those endless drills are about to pay off. Just like at Raymond's. He nods once, satisfied, and then turns his back and scans the horizon. At least you can still handle yourself in a fight. So, you're Lone Star now, huh? His back is still to you. That's right. Chris, welcome! My hovercraft is full of eels. Is it really? That's a good question. Also, I do have a hovercraft. Oh man, that's a good quote, yeah. That's a quote. Nice. See, there are so many good quotes there. Awesome. He says, that's right. Aren't you wondering what I've been up to for the last 8 years? Like, you didn't even ask. He's still giving you his back. Nope. The silence between you gets louder, heavier. And then it's broken by a sudden wailing screech. Rue's hand goes to his holster. The screech is replaced by the sound of grinding wheels. Glancing over to the console, you see Carter grinning back at you. Got it. I like her. Very competent indeed. I like how the Shadowrun games, all of them, right? This one is set in Hong Kong. The first one, if I remember correctly, was set in Berlin. I'm not 100% sure. They always try to create this kind of believable atmosphere with very little in terms of flashy effects. It's mostly atmospheric, smartly done, if simple, graphics, and very good writing. And that's true for all three games, I'm sure. So if you pick this up, make sure you have more than an hour to get in there. Although it is easy to grasp the controls and it's not too hard to get into the concepts behind the game, I think it's worth it to take a bit more than a toe dipping, so to speak. Although the games are not very long, I think making sure the first session is longer than an hour just gives you enough content that you see just so that you really want to come back, right? I think that's the way to go about these games. Now let's have a look around. The light from the nearby vendor stalls stabs into your eyes, triggering a throbbing ache in the back of your skull. You stop short, squinting as rough voices drift on the wind. There's more smugglers. Where's everyone else? Where's the damned shipment? Haven't seen them yet. We just got here. The voice becomes irritated. Longwire's probably waiting for us, so we can haul it out of the boat for him. That lazy bastard. Let's just hang out here. Let him find us. Looks like we're on a stroll through Smuggler Central. These gangers don't know we're here. We could probably just slip past. Or we could clip them. They're already looking for us. Might be better to take them out now while we've got the element of surprise on our side. Oh boy. While unaware, hostiles are on screen. Press the unholster button to enter turn-based combat mode. So you can get into position and get the drop on them. Or try to avoid them at all. Right, we could get past the back through the alley here. So one rent-a-cop wants to fight them, the other rent-a-cop wants to not fight them. Yeah, exactly. An hour is not that much, especially considering the getting to a certain point in the story where it feels like you wanna see more of it, right? I just arrived here. I don't want to shoot any smugglers. I'm gonna go past them. We gained karma. Now we're in the back alley and we're supposed to go this way. And I really thought there was I really thought there was a map. See, that's us. We're street samurai. With a slight melee focus. Oh yeah, was Shaman also a choice in the beginning? Cool. They are fun to play. Okay. Now, Raymond's place was up here. Uh-oh. They've got a troll. Crossing the street, you can make out 4 shadowy figures loitering in the plaza ahead. Troll, orc, dwarf, and elf. 2 men, 2 women. They are different from the smugglers on the dock. Alert, poised, professional. You can see they've made a token attempt to conceal their weapons. Yeah, that didn't work. The unspoken message is clear. We're strapped, mind your manners. Wu stands up tall, takes that amused tone he gets whenever he's standing toe to toe with someone bigger. Someone who doesn't know they are about to go down. Evening, folks. You got permits for those bazookas? The thick troll puts his mouth into a comic frown. Permits? Give me a minute. He makes a show of patting his pockets. Nope, guess not. Must have dropped mine in the dumpster. Along with the last idiot who stepped to us. Oh, dangerous. Wu coolly surveys the scene. Nods in a friendly fashion. Is that right? Well then. You can almost feel Wu's cop training kick in. It's like watching a drone execute a command routine. He reaches for his rifle, brings it up quick, but it's too late. By the time it hits shoulder level, an assortment of nasty looking ordnance is already trained on his head. Carter backs him up. She whips her arms forward, her fists blazing with magical fire. Her eyes sweep the scene, darting from one figure to another. Alright, everyone just be cool. The thick troll's voice is casual, amused. He shakes his gun in Wu's face. A little late for that, isn't it? Hold up your hands. Palms out. How about no one does anything stupid? We just want to talk. The thick troll smiles big. Oh, I can see that. Your buddies are totally chill. Something we can do for you, officer. Wu's jaw tightens, but his tone stays cool and controlled. I'm looking for an old man, Raymond Black. We were supposed to meet him here. You know him. The troll nods his enormous head. Mm-hmm. Wu's voice gets an edge. You can see a vein in his temple start to pulse. Where is he? Carter sees it too, keeps her voice neutral. Easy, Duncan. Easy does it. It's never too late to be cool. True. The troll maintains amused eye contact, but his weapon stays trained on Rue. That's right. Easy, Duncan. They're making it hard. Your friend Raymond never showed. We've been waiting for the better part of an hour. Okay, you're gonna meet with Raymond. Uh-huh. Keep talking. The troll's yellow-brown tusks shift into a smile again. He needed friends, the heavily armed kind. The old man hired us to take you all on a little excursion. Whose brow furrows? Hired you. He takes a moment, looks them over. They're an odd assortment. A cybered-up troll, an orc girl with magical fetishes, a dwarf with a cyberdeck slung on her back. See, they've got a dwarven hacker. And a tall man standing behind them. Inscrutable. All with guns trained on Wu. Understanding spreads across Wu's face. His jaw tightens. You're Shadowrunners. The troll nods. Uh-huh. I think he's funny. Wu's shoulders creep up. His stance tightens. This is bullshit. That Raymond would never hire Shadowrunners. They are criminals. Oh, he's so stupid, isn't he? Oh God, he just did say that. The troll corrects him. Mercenary operatives. The dwarf cuts in. Her voice is soft but strong. Criminal mercenary operatives. See, she's got a cyberdeck implant here. That's how she connects. The young orc, who is a shaman, I think. So, yeah, you're right. Your buddy Raymond was associating with a bunch of hardened criminals. The troll tosses through a sideways smile while staring down the barrel of his gun. Sorry to burst your bubble, Lone Star. Guess you didn't know the old man as well as you thought, huh? Wu tries to shake it off, but he's struggling to process the information. You can feel the heat coming off of him. The runners sense it too, and they tense up tight. They're keyed on Duncan, and their guns are big. The looks on their faces make it clear. One wrong bead of sweat, and Wu's going down in a red mist cloud. And I'm standing in front of him! Carter remains completely still. Her voice is level, moderate. She's done this before. Let's all stay focused. No need for this to get ugly. She speaks quietly to Wu, who listens without turning, his focus squarely on the troll. We need to find Raymond. These are the people who can help us do that. Yeah, she's right. Let's focus on Raymond. You can tell the orc girl's had enough of the tension. She blurts it out. The old man wanted us to take him into Kowloon Walled City. Oh, Kowloon is walled off. I didn't know that. She waves a hand at the three of you. You too. Two large rats clinging to her hip and shoulder poke their heads out of the folds of her clothing. They fix their beady eyes on you intently. You know the walled city? Isn't this Kowloon City? The girl sighs, rolls her eyes. Yeah, this is Kowloon, but Kowloon Walled City is different. It's a shithole. The worst slum in the Eastern Hemisphere. Trit clips and news stories can't do it justice. Memories of growing up in the Redmond Barrens flash through your mind. We get it, it's a real bad place. Now why would a little old man pay you to take him there? Pay you to take him there. The dwarf standing next to her nods and jumps in. Wouldn't say. He mumbled a lot too, just kept rambling on and on about how he had to get in. Under ordinary circumstances, I never would have accepted the gig. The walled city's the last place I want to go, says the husky troll. But the old man rolled up a truckload of nuyen, and you gotta eat, right? Wu risks a glance at you. His weapon remains trained on the Shadowrunners, but a flicker of uncertainty plays across his face. Plot twist! In 3, 2, 1. Well, let's say we believe you. What now? The troll flashes your smile. There's all tusks and no warmth. Okay, gang, I'll tell you what. He looks at his team as he slowly starts to lower his weapon. We're all gonna put our guns down. Oh shit! What the? See, I called it. I called it. That's the plot twist. Sweet! Awesome! Oh, lovely. That was a good one. And I'm going to stop here. You have to figure out what happens. Brilliant. Brilliant timing. So, 55 minutes, including character creation, mind you. Curse your son, but inevitable betrayal. I don't think they did betray us, though. He's the first one who got shot dead. And the, you know, unmentioned person behind him. And Duncan's still in a shit shape from the combat earlier, where I kind of used him as a punching bag. Or decoy, really. But the dwarf and the orc, they survived it, right? The shaman and the decker. Cool. Yeah. See, now's the point where I would really like to continue playing. And that's perfect to say. I do really recommend you pick up your games library and see if you have any of the Shadowrun games, Shadowrun Returns, Shadowrun Dragonfall, or Shadowrun Hong Kong. They are self-contained, so that you don't need to play the first two in order to play the second game or understand or whatever. You can play either in any order you like, really. Cool. How does this work with computers? I don't understand what's going on. That was the first game of today's Discovery stream. Shadowrun Hong Kong. Comes with a recommendation.